now to check in with Heather Ford. She is live in Poway this morning. Good morning, Heather.
Hey, good morning, Charlie. So we all know that our dogs are like our family. Coming up, we're going to teach you how to spend the holidays without leaving your pets out. That's coming up on the Fox 5 Morning News.
Okay, let's head out to Heather Ford this morning. She's live in Poway.
She is, and she's giving us ideas of how to include your pets.
Are we dressing dogs up again today? Please tell me no.
What's wrong with What's wrong
We
with
just dressed up dogs like last week.
So? Heather, so?
We're not dressing up dogs,
Thank you.
Raul, but we are spending the day with the dogs because we all know the holidays are around the corner, and we all want to know how you can incorporate your pet in the holiday because our pets are part of our families. So we're talking about an event that's coming to San Diego. It's called the Fur Fest, and our friends here with My Perfect Pet, we've got Karen and Tom. You guys tell us a little bit about what this Fur Fest is all about. People are going to be able to get lots of information.
That's right. This Saturday, we're hosting our first annual Fall Fur Fest. We're welcoming the community out to help us celebrate the energies and the activities that so many volunteers and organizations do to help the pet community. We're going to be meeting people who are coming out and showing people how they can get involved to help support and promote the organizations who are out there making a difference. It's like paying it forward and helping to make better choices for their own pets at the same time.
Okay, so behind us, we've got a lot of our organizations that are here today. So let's kind of point out who we've got. I know we're looking at some of the labs, or I'm sorry, golden retrievers, and what are they part of?
Well, this Chris is with Love on a Leash. So Love on a Leash will be out here helping people to understand what they need to do to become a certified pet therapy team. They've always dreamed about being, a team with their pet as a therapy pet.
Okay, and look at these little white guys over here. What is this?
So Deb is with Bichon Fur Kids. These are rescues. We have several rescue groups who will be here. So come on out and talk to the groups. Find out about the different types of dogs who are available for adoption. We'll also have veterinarians out here. People have questions about health care with their pets. We'll have trainers out. So if you have some questions or want a few tips on better behaviors for the holidays, come on out, talk to the trainers.
Okay.
Also, if you're planning to travel for the holidays, we'll have a number of pet sitters out here. So you can come and meet the people who are out there making a difference.
Okay, awesome. So besides adoption and sitters, will they be able to pick up any tips or anything here, Tom? Do you know?
Yeah, they will. They'll be able to get advice from veterinarians that are going to be here as well. And we're also going to talk about some safe accessories and how to stay safe during the holidays with your pets so you can kind of include them in the holidays because, after all, they are family, right? Exactly. And we're going to have fun here because we're going to have all kinds of taste treats both for the puppies and for the people. So everyone should really enjoy it. It's going to be fun, so they should stop by for about an hour.
All right, so can we look at this little guy over here? I want to get, and what's his name?
His name is Perseus.
Perseus, and Perseus is for adoption. So let's take a good look. Let the camera take a look at this little guy. And how soon can you adopt him?
Right away. He's 10 weeks old. He's a sweetheart. He's a special little guy. He has a little issue with his paw, but we're going to have a couple of little procedures done on him, and he'll probably be good as new. So he's a total love. Real sweet.
Oh, I love him. Charlie Raul, look at this little guy. He just needs a home.
Hi, Perseus. I love you, Perseus.
Oh.
I love you.
Look who's making another cameo appearance.
It's Sammy.
Sammy, who, by the way, the softest sweater ever. This has to be like the best sweater I've ever seen on a dog. It's better than my sweater. Seriously.
We treat our
Look
dogs
at that
better than
face.
people, I think, sometimes.
I know. Look at the cute. Hello, Sammy. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah, he's matching us today,
Yeah.
too. That wasn't planned. Go
Heather,
ahead.
it's Chrissy.
Chrissy.
I just wanted to say, Heather, those Love on a Leash people, those are the people that certified me and my dog Petey to be volunteers.
Oh, excellent.
And so they are a phenomenal group. If you've ever wanted to have your dog be where you volunteer and you go to hospitals, we did that for many years. And it's some of the most rewarding volunteer work I've ever done. And Petey was a handful of a dog. Like, they got me and him trained to where there was like no problems. It was really cool. Heather, so would you ever consider doing the therapy pet thing?
Are you talking to me, Chrissy?
Yeah, Heather, would you do that? Do you think you don't have a dog, do you?
Oh, for sure. I don't have a dog. I've got to move into a bigger space, but these are definitely one of my favorites. The golden retrievers are definitely my favorites. We take a look at them. Such a good puppy, aren't you? Oh,
that's awesome.
Uh-oh, Sammy, get back.
Good work.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
Good work.
Sammy and
Thanks,
Charlie,
guys.
I think, are going to maybe take that.
Yeah, Sammy, you want to go do that? You want to volunteer, baby?
Okay, what time is it? It's
Coming up on the Fox 5
5:56.
Morning News, let's check in with Heather Ford. I know what she's working on. She got some puppies around her. Heather?
Lots of doggies, Charlie. And coming up, we're going to tell you the Thanksgiving table scraps that you can give to your dog. That's coming up in the Fox 5 Morning News. High five. Good boy. High five. Up here.
Time to bring on the holidays. It's really not, though. Many of us here in San Diego can't do it without our four-legged friends.
Yeah, Sammy. He's sitting back there. You won't run him over. Heather Ford, she's live in Poway with some ideas on how to include your dog, Heather, into the Thanksgiving feast. How do you do that? Because you can't feed them all the food and stuff.
I know, Shawley, I have all the control right now. These are the only guys who will ever listen to me. Ever. Do you see this? Food is how you control anybody in a newsroom or the puppies. Look at how cute you are. We're going to talk all about how to include your dog, hey buddy, in Thanksgiving. Because what happens is they sit there on the side of the table and they're just whining and they want to have dinner with you. But, you know, we have to be careful with these things. So, Karen, let's say the do's and the don'ts. And we've got a little graphic here so that people can see what foods we can give them and then what foods they can't, so that they can kind of have, you know, a holiday and a Thanksgiving feast as well. So let's say the do's first. So what are the good things they can have?
Okay, there are a lot of good things that they can have right from the Thanksgiving table. Moderation is the key. Don't overdo. Remember how you feel after Thanksgiving dinner and try not to do that to your pets. But for example, from the Thanksgiving table,
okay,
small bites of lean meats are good. Not the fat, not the trimmings, but the lean meat itself. Forget the dressing, the stuffing, but just pieces of meat.
Okay.
Also some cooked potatoes, cooked yams in small pieces.
Okay.
Very healthy for the dogs as little treats. Spinach, carrots, broccoli. Most dogs love a little taste of fresh vegetable. It's great to go ahead and share that, assuming that you're having vegetables with your dinner.
I know it says pumpkin here, but that doesn't mean pumpkin pie.
No, definitely no pumpkin pie. No processing whatsoever. If you're going to give them pumpkin, just give them a piece of nice, fresh pumpkin.
Okay, so now let's talk about what definitely should not go from the table to the ground, because doggies can get really sick and you may end up spending Thanksgiving in the vet with lots of bills, which we don't want to do. So the definite no's are what?
Definite no's. Don't scrape your plate into the dog bowl. The fat trimmings, gravies, sauces, pan drippings, they're frequently very high fat and have a lot of spices and seasonings that are very bad for the dogs. Watch out for the alcoholic drinks too. I know that most people don't give their dog beer and wine, but you put a glass of eggnog down and the dog smells a nice, you know, sweet tasting drink, and a lot of dogs end up in the vet office from drinking eggnog. Anything with onions, basically
really?
Spices in general, try not to feed the dog, so that eliminates most of the stuffings and the sauces. And watch the candy dishes and the nut bowls. Those are typically left out on the holidays. Dogs get into the nuts and the candies, and they can very quickly end up eating foods that will end up in the vet's office, and a bad experience for everyone, especially them.
So no onions. That's interesting, because I know a lot of people would take that stuffing and maybe say, oh, it's all right for them to have a little bit, but they could get a tummy ache.
They could get a very bad tummy ache from the onions. Right.
Okay.
And watch the pans. When you put the trash away, you have the little strings from the meat, the pan liners. A lot of those taste and smell very good to the pets, and so even if your pet doesn't normally get into the trash, be very careful what you leave laying around.
Okay, excellent, Charlie. So are you taking notes in there?
No, I know
For
a lot
Sammy?
of this stuff.
You don't feed Sammy any food scraps, do you?
No, I don't. And here's another rule of thumb. Maybe make... Sammy's tired. Maybe make an announcement, a polite announcement to all the people that, you know, where your dogs are at, your guests, because they will tend to think that they're so cute and try to feed them underneath the table. And it is really, really dangerous sometimes for certain dogs. You can hurt them.
Well, see, that all starts with the chef, because if you cook well, then they won't be giving the chefs the food to the dogs.
Good point, Heather.
That's
good
very
point.
true. All right, Heather, thank you very much. Sammy's so well behaved. I'm so proud of her.
I know what Heather Ford is doing. Puppies, Heather.
Shawley, does your dog have a good side? Well, coming up, we're telling you the secrets to perfect pet photography. That's coming up on the Fox 5 Morning News.
Chase the cat.
All right, it's 7:36. This morning, we're learning how to include our pets into our holiday festivities. So Heather Ford, she's been live in Poway all morning long, showing us how to take the perfect family photo with our pets. And Sammy's hiding around here somewhere. Where is he? I brought him to pay attention.
Aww.
Where is he?
Little guy. He does need to pay attention. We all know how chaotic it can be to try to get the kids, the pets, the family all together to take that perfect family snapshot that you send out for the Christmas cards. And we all know we're going to start doing it pretty soon. So we're showing you the secrets of how to do it perfect. We've got a little setup here. Carrie, you're from Barefoot Memories, and you're going to show us exactly how it's done. So let's try to get the family. We'll simulate the chaos. Bring in the puppy. Let's try to set this up to take a photo, and then show us how you get this done, and then we'll get some tips from you, Carrie.
First thing is preparing. So
Okay.
first you have to have a nice camera. Either get one, borrow one from a friend. Point and shoot that where you push the button and then it takes the picture with that delay, it's not going to work. So you need a nice SLR camera. So borrow one, grab one at Costco or wherever. Pick up a nice camera, because that's really going to make a huge difference. Second is make sure all the eye boogers are gone from the doggy's eyes. Nice shiny coats with the My Perfect Pet food is awesome.
Oh, shiny coat, just like shiny hair if we wanted to have a nice photo. So
Good hair for dogs is important too.
All right, so let's take a few pictures here so we can see how it will look and what you do.
The next important thing is you have to be, well, you don't have to be, but it's best to be in some shade so that you don't have sunshine flashing in their eyes. I try to avoid using flashes because that really distracts the dogs and makes their ears bent back, and then they look a little timid. So no flash.
Okay.
In the shade is best.
The puppy's doing good, so let's try to get some pictures of her before he runs away.
You want to get down at the dog's eye level, because if you're shooting from way up high or way down low, you're going to see all nose instead of their cute eyes and faces.
Okay.
Then what you got to figure out is the word that every dog has a word that they like best. Like for Boomer here, it's football. Like, Boomer, where's your football? Boomer, where's your football? See, he wants his football.
Oh,
for night.
So is the and another thing is I see we have a helper. So do you have to have a helper behind you?
You have to have a helper holding the dog, first of all. She's fired. Second is a helper behind my head is perfect. With a toy, and you don't act like you're going to throw the toy, because if you go like that, then the dog goes, whoa.
Oh, okay.
So you show it and then you hide it.
And is the trick? The trick is toys, not treats, right?
Right. If you use treats, then